Man, that all sets up fast,
Dude,
man.
what are you doing? That's fresh. Get off of that, man.
Hey gang, I'm Paul. Welcome back to the Stud Pack channel. On our previous video, you saw where we sprayed the texture on our new drywall in the existing bathroom. Over here behind the mirror, I want to show you what happens whenever we spray texture. We get these little globules of joint compound. I assume it's because it's not mixed well enough, but we mixed it really well in that bucket. We always get them. I don't know how to prevent it. So I just come back with a taping knife and knock them off before we prime. If you have a tip on how to minimize that, we sure would appreciate hearing about it. So now that the spray texture is up, we're gonna start priming in here and getting this thing painted. So there's a lot going on with the paint in this room and in this whole house. So when I say alkyd, that means a product that is thinned with paint thinner and is an oil-based product. And if I say latex, that means a paint that is thinned or cleaned up with water. So in this bathroom, all the ceilings are alkyd. It was an attempt to control the mildew created by all the moisture because there was not an exhaust fan or a window that could be opened. And that was done many, many years ago. The walls were also alkyd, but since we have joint compound on them now, we're going to treat it as new drywall, and we have a primer for that. All the trim, the doors, the cabinets, the window, that is all also alkyd. Now in other parts of the house, there are latex ceilings. So we're not quite sure what to deal with a lot of the times. We don't know what we're up against. So a tip that you can do is this. Get some denatured alcohol and a clean rag. Find a section that you want to test and rub it on there. See, no paint comes off on that. So that tells me that is an alkyd. Now, let's go over here to this cabinet that's painted dark green. Not dark green, but it's darker, right? I'm gonna rub pretty hard. I don't know if you can see that, but you get a little pigment off of there. Now that's just the pigment being abraded. That is still an alkyd paint. The rag slides over that like glass. Now, if it were latex, this alcohol is gonna dissolve it and you're gonna pick up a lot of paint. We wanted to actually show you this test, but that's in the laundry room and it's very dark in there. You wouldn't have been able to see it. But when it's latex, this tends to start to grab the paint. You can tell the difference. So try it out at your house. It's a good trick to know. So this is the product we're going to use. I went down the street to one of our local paint stores. They've been there since 1942, if you can believe it. And I think some of those guys were there when I went there as a kid with my dad. Super knowledgeable. I told them what I was up against. And they said, on this alkyd paint on the ceiling, you can cover it with a modern alkyd paint, but a modern latex paint would be much better because all the good stuff's been taken out of the alkyd paints, and a modern mildew resistant latex paint would be better. But I can't put it on top of that alkyd paint without a primer. So that's what we're going to use. Zinsser Cover Stain. It's an oil-based primer, but I can use any top coat. It says we don't have to sand, but they recommended that we sand, and we like sanding between any type of coats when you're painting. So I'm going to start on this. I've already cut it in. I'm going to roll that. Jordan's going to get this sander, hit that lightly, pull all these lights down, and prep that for me. So let me get up here with my roller, and Jordan can start prepping. Nice, bud. That looks great. The primer's drying. We're gonna come back tomorrow because it's getting dark on us. We're gonna prime the walls and we're actually gonna start tiling this shower.
Woo!
We've been waiting for that a long time. It's ready, so we're gonna tile that shower floor and we'll see you tomorrow. Alrighty gang, it is the next day here at the project. Actually, it's the next afternoon. I spent all morning running around town getting all my materials and supplies. I went to the plumbing supply house. All the faucets for this project came in. The new toilets came in. And I actually installed 2 toilets in the other part of the house, changed the angle stop and everything. They were having a lot of problems with the toilets. So that is done. Then I went to like 4 roofing supply houses looking for something that I needed.
Why are you at roofing supply houses, Dad?
Just something I'm thinking about. I'm not sure yet. Stay tuned. There might be a video in it. We'll see.
Okay.
We'll see. But today we want to prime these walls. And one thing I noticed, Jordan, every day we come in here, it is brighter and brighter.
It is getting brighter in here.
But I want to prime all the walls today. But first, let's get this shower floor tiled.
Let's do it.
I really want to get that done. So let's go outside and mix up some thin set. All right, cool. I got those done. I wasn't planning on using those. I was going to make my own, but I was at Lowe's this morning, and way in the back of the store on an end cap was probably the best display of Schluter products I've ever seen. And they had these on the shelf, and my other supplier said they weren't available. So you just got to look around, I guess, sometimes, huh?
I guess.
All right, so that's done. Now let's come down here. We're ready to lay tile. So when we put down our curdy, I made sure it was parallel to the wall, and we're going to use the grids on the curdy to guide us in our tile layout. But the first thing I want to do is a trowel test. We want to make sure we have 100% coverage on the back of these. We can't back butter that. We don't want to. It's just going to make a mess. And this is just a little square I cut out for the drain. So I'm going to start with my 1/4 by 1/4 notch trowel. Put some down. Put the tile in there, and then I'm gonna peel them up.
It's pretty good.
Pretty good, but see right here?
Yeah.
So let's go up a size. So this is 1/4 by 3/8. This seems to always be the one I end up with. And I'm gonna remove the thin set from the back of here so it doesn't alter our test.
Oh, wow.
Look at that.
Woo.
100% coverage. That's the trowel I want. So let's put this one in our bucket of water. Let's get going, man.
Let's do it.
I think what I'm going to do, I'm just going to stay here and I'm going to do from this edge back. Then I'll come outside the shower and finish right here. So let's put our thin set down and get this shower floor tiled. All right, we're going to set the drain and start in the middle. So let me show you how this drain works. Can you see this recess right here around the rim of the drain? And on this piece, in my left hand, there are these tabs molded into the plastic. There are no tabs on this side, only tabs on that side. Those tabs lock into that groove. So we're just going to snap it in. You heard it? Just like that. This part slides on there like that. And I don't think it matters either way with this. And then we're going to push this into there. But first, I want to back butter under this grate so it is well supported by thin set. So let me do that first. Clean that off. All right, now we're going to snap this on. We're ready to go. And it says Schluter right there. Do we care which way it faces? Of course. Go right in there. And I'm going to stop. And once we get the tile set, we're going to push this down farther so it is just below the tile. So let me clean this up and we'll lay that first piece. Woo! All set sets up fast.
Dude,
man.
what are you doing? That's fresh. Get off of that, man.
JK, it's a day later. It's fine. Rock hard and looks great. So we're actually going to grout this today, but we're also going to prime all the walls. This is the primer we're going to put on there. It's the latex primer sealer from Benjamin Moore.
Celador de latex.
Yep. And we're going to spray paint the cabinets, right?
We are.
So why don't I hit the roller? You get this ready for grout, and let's knock this out.
All right, let's do it.
All right.
All right, man. That looks freaking sweet, dude.
That's awesome.
Good job.
Love it. I got to hand it to these grout floats. I've always used one of these, but the guys at the tile store told me, buy these. They got them behind the counter, and I asked about them, and they made all the difference. So they're True Blue grout floats by Primo Tools.
Yeah. Shout out to Primo Tools.
Yeah, they did an awesome job. Look how clean that is. I'm going to have very little cleanup.
Yep.
All right, so while that's hardening, before we do our final cleanup on the grout, the next thing on the agenda for today is to spray paint this cabinet and the vanity. So we're going to remove these door runners because we're getting new soft close hardware in here. Pull those tiles out, give these a vacuum and a light sanding, tape it off, and spray them with our airless. And remember, this is an alkyd paint, so we're going to spray an alkyd. Let's get it done. right, bud, which one do you want? The vanity or this tall cabinet?
Neither.
Neither? All right, well, you gotta do one.
All right.
All right.
Hey, that's nice, man.
Yep, beautiful. Woo! Let's clean up. Well, that came out fantastic. We love that sprayer. It saves us so much time. We need a name for that thing, don't you think?
Yeah, I think we should name it.
Yeah. Drop us a comment if you got a name for that sprayer. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, we'll name it.
Yeah. Hey, go grab so-and-so out of the truck.
Right.
All right, we're gonna let that dry overnight. Speaking of drying, the grout has been drying for 2 hours and it is perfect. Drying time is gonna vary. We've been watching it all along, but it's ready. So.
And on the bag it says that we're able to walk on it after 3 hours.
Right.
Its cure time is 3 hours.
Yep. But
So it's been about 2.
come on down here and we're gonna show you how we clean this. All right, so no more sponges and water. Scotch-Brite pad on a handle, and watch this. It just buffs it right off. See how fast that is? And you don't overwater your grout.
Right. The grout lines look awesome.
Yep. Let's do this section
Yeah,
right
hit that
here.
little spot.
Loving it. After our last grout job, huh?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I mean, we hardly have any lippage. That is just so smooth. And that looks super. But see all the dust, it just turns it to dust. So why don't we vacuum that up
Yeah.
real quick? You wanna hit that for me, bud?
I got it. You ever vacuumed your grout before?
No, but I love using this.
That looks
Instead
spectacular,
of a
man.
sponge in the water,
Right.
what a difference.
Good job, dude.
So you may be wondering why we grouted the floor now. I wanted to make sure that I had grout in all these areas right here, because when we put the wall tile up, we may not get grout in there. I wanted 100% coverage around the perimeter so that water never sits there. That's my main reasoning for grouting the floor first. I can't tell you how happy I am with that floor. I always have a little anxiety grouting, but between the Mapei products and this trick, it came out super.
And that float.
And the float,
Yeah,
right? All that
absolutely.
together made a beautiful job. But today was huge. We got all the walls primed. We got the shower floor grouted and even these cabinets painted. Our next step is going to be huge too. Make sure you stay tuned for that. Give us a like, drop us a comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And we'll see you on the next one.
Good job, dude.